How about I just?
All right, so hopefully, here, I might turn this light.
That's too much work.
Sometimes that helps you. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do, so this is section 2.3. We're gonna do finding,
Oh, it's backwards.
it is backwards, but trust me, it'll be okay. Values from a graph. Okay,
Be right back. We're really doing this? Yeah.
all right, we are streaming live. If you wanna watch live, you'll see that it's forward. If you watch it on YouTube, you've got a thing, you wanna watch on YouTube, it's normal, right?
What is it called?
Okay, all right. So let me do this. Okay, is it normal on there, Preston? You're pulling it up still? All right. So my question here is find the domain and the range. Did a bunch of people drop? Because we got a lot less people in here today. Did I scare everybody yesterday?
I almost did.
You scared me today.
People dropped because I was waitlisted.
Oh, you were
Yeah,
away.
welcome.
It was that bad, huh? All right.
Get out.
All right. So, let's see here. Let's see if I can pick on some names. Here, since you were waitlisted, I didn't pick on you yesterday. You must be Gunner.
Yeah.
Gunner. Were you here? You weren't here yesterday.
No.
Oh, you should have come anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Can you tell me what the domain is?
Nope.
No?
Infinity, negative infinity to infinity.
Nope, it's not.
Oh, wait. Negative 2 to 2.
Negative 2 to 2. Okay, so here we're going to do this a couple of different ways. I think I do need to make sure that you guys follow with me. How can I write this in, do I need square brackets or round brackets on this?
Square.
Square.
Because the dots are filled in.
So x is an element of 2 to 2. Or I could say x is in between negative 2 to 2. So that's another way to say it. Or x such that x, well, that's not enough. That's good. Okay?
So is the element sign like a C with a line through the middle?
Yeah, it looks more like a weird looking E to me, but yeah. Okay. What's the range? Yesterday we started at the top of the list. We're gonna find out who's here. Samuel?
Yeah. Right here.
Samuel, you don't care?
Sam.
Okay. What's the range?
So the range is going to be 0 to 2
0 to 2.
with square brackets around it.
Square brackets on both of them. Anything else you're missing?
With the Cameron Henry map.
Y
It's in the chat.
Y is an element of. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
I'm still kind of confused on, like, on the domain, I feel I'm pretty good at finding, but the range I kind of struggle in. So is the 0 the your bottom, or like the lowest you can go, or the highest, you know?
Okay, so remember so domain is X,
Mhm.
range is Y. So what are all the possible Y values? So all
right,
of these
in
are
that area.
possible Y. So that goes from 0 up to 2.
Okay.
You see that?
I'm just a little silly sometimes.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. What if my problem is I don't want to draw this graph, but I'll do my best here. If I had a graph that looked like this, And I said, find so this is degrees Fahrenheit, and this is time. Find T of 2. Could you look at the graph and tell me how to do that? Marco,
T of 2? Yeah.
T of 2, what is it?
Is a T just a variable?
T is your function.
T's function, okay.
So this is your function T.
Okay. So
T
you go,
of X.
you go to 2 on the x-axis and go
Okay.
up. So it'll be like, what's that, 35?
35, that sounds good. Okay? Since it's obviously so clear. How about T of 0? What is that? Trevor, are you here? I'm Trevor. Christian.
Maybe 15.
And that would also be 15. Okay? How about T of 8? I know these are a little bit hard to read. Mallory Washburn. You didn't drop?
No.
Okay, that's good. Welcome back.
So T of 8, it'd be, I can't tell, is that like almost 20?
Yeah, that looks good enough.
18-ish?
Yeah. I didn't want to draw this on there. That looks good. Okay? Which is larger? T of 2 or T of 4?
2.
2.
So 2 is right here, and 4 is right here, so yeah, T of 2. Okay? For what values of x is T of x equal to 25? Okay? So,
What's in front of the X?
what'd you say?
What's in front of the X? Like, what symbol is that?
OF, O of?
Oh. Wait,
Sorry.
is it F?
Yeah. Not a very good one. Are you going to critique my handwriting all
I
semester?
thought it was like 2 cherries. That's not.
All right.
2 cherries.
All right, hopefully you'll get used to my handwriting.
2 cherries of X.
Yaritza, are you here? How about Niels? No, a lot of people drop. Spencer?
No.
Oh, you're here. Okay. For what values of x does t equal 25? And I know that you don't have to be super precise on this because it's not.
1 and 6.
Okay, so you're saying that value there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're saying that value there. Do you guys agree with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So x equals 1 and 6. Okay? So these are PM. This is 2 p.m., 6 p.m. What is the change in temp from 1 to 3 p.m.? Okay, that was Spencer. Courtney. She wasn't here yesterday either. Caitlin.
No.
Where's Caitlin? Okay. What's the change in temperature from 1 to 3 p.m.? So 1 p.m. we're saying is what?
Is about, I don't know, 25?
25 degrees, and 3 p.m. we're saying is about
That would be Is it 35 or 30?
Yeah, let's go with 33.
33? Yeah, somewhere. in between.
Yeah, it's so clear, right? Okay, and so the change in temperature woed be,
The change in temperature would be about, trying to do it like that. It would be 8, right?
8
Yeah.
degrees. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, so here, this is where I really like, I think the problems actually get a little bit better here.
Is it better than harder or like
Better.
faster?
You can tell me, well, I'll put the problem up and you can tell me whether they're easier or harder, okay? All right, so what if I said to solve graphically?
Hard.
That's harder, okay? So better means harder. Okay, that's good. So 2x squared plus 3 equals 5x plus 6. Okay? So we just picked on
Marco? No.
Caitlin. Ignacio, are you here? No? Stephen Sessions? It's like, dang. Okay? You know how to solve that graphically?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you solve that? You need a graph, right?
You're gonna subtract the 3 from that side and bring it over, right?
No, let's leave it as it is. One way to think about this is let's turn this into 2 equations. That's one equation, that's the other one. So if you were to solve y equals 5x plus 6, do you know how to graph that?
Yes.
How?
It's, I have known how to do this.
At one time you used to know,
Yeah.
okay? But you're gonna get good by Wednesday,
Yes.
and hopefully by the end of class today.
Yes. So, 2 square root.
Y equals 5x plus 6? Are we graphing the same thing?
I have no idea how this first.
Oh, really?
Just help me out.
No, I tried to give you the easy one first. Do you want to phone your friend, either Gunner or Mallory?
You should go, oh, it's gonna be 5/1,
Yeah, your slope is 5/1.
and then your run is 6.
Okay.
No, your rise is 5, your run is 1.
Oh, and then.
And you're getting your phone a friend from him, I don't know his name though. Intercept is 6. So let's start with your intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? We're now going to rise
5. Oh, sorry.
5.
5. Thank you, Stephen. Stephen on the front row. And we're going to run 1. Okay? Okay, so that's good. So we've got a straight line there. You recognize that that was a straight line instantly, right? Okay? I won't make you do the whole thing by yourself. Let's go to Ryan. Are you here, Ryan? Shumbi? No? How about London? London? No? Victor? Victor. You know how to graph y equals 2x squared plus 3? Do you know what it looks like?
Parabola?
Looks like a parabola. That was good. Okay? If x is 0, what does y equal?
3.
Y equals 3. Okay? If y is 0, what does x equal?
Y is 0?
Yeah. So you have 2x squared equals -3, right? Divide by 2. X squared equals -3/2. Is that possible? What does that mean? Is it going to ever cross this axis?
No.
No, it's not. Okay? So we've got a parabola.
Will the 2 from the x squared stretch it? Whatever. Or no?
2, yeah. So is it going to make it fatter or skinnier than a regular parabola?
Fatter.
To make it fatter, okay? So, the next thing we can do, we can plot points, right, if we don't know what to do next? Okay, I tried to get the two things there, but that doesn't intersect, okay? So it's going to be a parabola that's not going to touch the y-axis. So xy table, x is 0, y is 3, x is 1, y is 5, x is 2, y is
11.
2 squared is 4, so we got 11. If x is minus 1,
5.
y is 5. If x is minus 2,
11.
11. Okay, so we've got some points here. We know that it crosses here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's there. I've got minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've got 2, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have a pretty good idea what this looks like. Okay, these are going to cross eventually. Okay? Now, okay, so if we're solving this graphically, where does your parabola equal your line? Graphically.
You want like a coordinate?
Yeah, it's this coordinate here,
Well,
and it's going to be that coordinate there. Okay? Honestly, you really need graph paper to do these, so that you can be very precise. Because I don't believe, is that 1, 4? I don't think that is it? Minus 1. I don't think that that's the same spot. Is 1, 5 the same here? It's not. Okay? I was hoping this would be a better problem than that. Okay? Okay, so it's whatever these 2 points are, that's where it is.
How do you write the answer?
I am not going to give you a problem like this unless I give you graph paper. But what I will say this is, next, what's more interesting here, does it say on here? Oh, the solution is -1/2, -0.5, and 3. As everybody can see, that's perfectly right there. -0.5 and 3, right? Everybody can tell that right off there? The other one is, oh, no, sorry. No, it's negative, so this is, I read that wrong. This is at -0.5, and then this is at 3. At 3, they touch. So those are the 2 x values. I don't know what the y values are. You'd have to plug it in. I could plug it into here, and I could plug it into here, and I could find out what those values are. Okay? Now the question is, this is the more interesting question. Where is 2x squared plus 3 less than or equal to 5x plus 6? This is more the type of question that I would do. Okay? So, let's see here. Was London here? Did I pick on London?
That was Victor.
Victor. Oh, was Victor that I talked to?
You just spoke to me.
Oh, it's Victor. Ethan, are you here? Where is 2x squared plus 3 less than 5x plus 6?
That'd just be,
You're going to have to either shade the line or the parabola, and it's either above or below the line.
just below the parabola.
So this piece here, okay? So that's what I'm interested in, is if you can graph that and say, yes, the parabola is less than the line. Where is 2x squared plus 3 greater than or equal to 5x plus 6?
Quick question. So is it all those things outside the parabola on that side, all that, or is it just like the line, you know?
So the parabola is less than the line between those 2 points. Since I've given you those 2 points, where is the parabola? X is in between what values?
X?
Yeah, for what values of x is the parabola less than the line? 0.5 and 3. Negative 0.5 and 3. Okay? For what values is the parabola greater than the line? How would you do that? So I just picked on Ethan. Julia, are you here?
Yeah.
You don't know? Okay. It would be the opposite. Okay. If the parabola, do you see that the parabola is less than the line in this region? Do you see that the parabola is greater than the line in this region? Okay. So you could shade this for here, but it's also, remember these crossword, it's also greater in this region. Do you see that?
So we
Okay.
have to do both answers.
So you'd have to do both the answers on this black one. That's why I picked a different color. So for what values of x, so Julia, since I helped you with that, you got to help me with this. For what values of x is the parabola greater than the line? All of these values of x, the parabola is greater, right? And all of these values, the parabola is greater. So what are those values that I just drew the arrows on?
Negative.
So x is greater or less than what?
X is greater than 3.
Greater than 3. Okay, that's this piece here, right? Or
Or less than
negative what? This value here. Negative 0.5. Negative 0.5. Okay? You gonna ace this on my quiz tomorrow? Or next, not tomorrow? Monday? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Now, question?
How did you get the 0.5 and 3 x values?
I cheated and I looked in the book. Okay? But graphically, if I was using perfect graph paper, I would see that, oh, clearly that's 0.5, negative 0.5.
Wait, you said that you won't give us a question like this without graph paper.
I won't give you part A by graphing, but I would give you parts B and C.
And how would you find that without no graph, without a graph at all?
So now, that's a good question.
Thank you.
How would you find where these are equal without a graph?
Table of values.
I would probably not pick negative 0.5 as my table of values. You could, but it would be a whole lot of trial and error.
Either factoring or.
Yeah, so what you guys wanted to do in the beginning was the 2x squared plus 3 equals 5x plus 6. Somebody said this and I says, oh, we're solving it graphically. But how would you solve this algebraically?
You would set it all equal to 0.
Set it all equal to 0, so I'm going to subtract the 5x and the 6. So I'm going to get 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 equals 0, right?
Quadratic formula.
Quadratic formula, he went there straight. Okay, that'll work, but how would you, I would prefer that you would factor this, okay? Is it factorable? Yeah, I mean, I'm cheating because I know what the answers are going to be. Okay, since I know the answers, now you're not going to know this on the test, but since I know the answers, this is fairly easy to factor, right? What are your factors of 2x squared?
2x and
2x. What are your factors of 3?
One side.
1, 3, 1.
It's either 3 and 1 or 1 and 3. Where do I put the 1 and the 3?
One's first.
No, the 3 is first. 3 and 1, okay? Because I know the answer is x equals 3, right? Oh, no, actually.
Oh.
No, you're right. 1 and 3.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6x, and that's x. Now I just got to get my signs correct, right? Because I got to get a negative 5.
Plus minus 3.
So that's going to be a negative 6 and a plus 1, right? If this is negative, you're going to put the negative on the bigger number. So that's negative 6 plus 1, okay? So the negative 6, so that's got to be negative and that's got to be positive. That gives you negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. Okay? And so now that I've got that there, 2x plus 1 equals 0, or x minus 3 equals 0. X equals 3, as we can see here. Subtract 1, 2x equals 1, negative 1. X equals negative 1 half. Okay? So that's, in real life, I would never solve this equation graphically. The book asks you to do that. Seems kind of silly. But parts B and C, you should see that the blue part of the graph, the parabola is less than. The black part of the graph, the parabola is greater than. That I would ask you. Okay? And if I asked you to find these points, I would say do it this way. Does that make sense? Okay? All right. Okay, let's see how much sense it makes. Oh, it says solve graphically and then it does it algebraically. That's funny. Okay? All right then. X cubed plus 6 equals 2x squared plus 5x. I'm going to ignore that the book says solve that graphically. We're going to solve this, okay? So, next we use a graphing calculator. We're not using that. Maybe I shouldn't do this problem.
You don't solve that
No, it's
one.
got good answers. We'll do this. We're not going to use a graphing calculator. All right, so who's next up here? I think we picked on Julia. Andrew Moffat.
He's not here.
He's not here, is that
He's
you?
not here.
We'll have to start giving you points for answering questions. Is that a good idea?
I'll take it.
All right, okay.
In that case, I want my point for gas.
Okay, Andrew, so how would you solve this? You said you'd go to the tutoring center.
Oh, I'm going. I'm going.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going after this.
Okay, and then what would they tell you?
They'll tell you
Okay.
who's your professor.
Okay, so anybody know?
So you
Anybody
get
want to
zero?
phone? Andrew's phoning his friends. Who do you want to phone?
I'm good, Cameron.
Cameron.
Once you make it one side equal to 0.
Perfect. Okay, so 2x squared subtract 5x. 2x squared minus 5x. So we're going to get 0 equals x cubed minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6. Okay, now what?
Now I need a factor.
Then you would just group it, because there's four.
You could group it a couple of different ways, right? So I could group it, I'm trying to decide if I want to group it this way or if I leave it as is. What do you guys think?
Which one's easier?
I don't know, I haven't done them yet. We can do it both ways and we'll find out. I have a feeling this way is easier. X cubed minus 5x and negative 2x squared plus 6. We're going to group it that way.
Quick question. And how would you know which way to group it? That makes sense.
I don't. We're actually going to get into this. This is probably not a good one. There's x squared minus 5, and I can pull out a negative 2, and I'm going to be left with x squared minus 3. You know, this is not a good problem.
But it had good answers.
It does have good answers.
Can you not just have the x cubed and then factor the 2x squared minus 5x plus 6?
Then do what the execute.
And then you have x cubed times
So you could factor out an x.
2x.
If I left it like this, pull out the x squared, and I get x minus 2. But this doesn't factor, I don't think. No, it doesn't.
Quadratic formula.
We're gonna learn this later in here. No, this is actually not a quadratic formula. We're gonna learn later how to factor these.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't have picked that one.
Camera's not facing.
Oh, thank you. So that's why we put that on there, so you know. Yeah, this one's not a good one. I was thinking, the problem is, we are gonna learn how to factor this, but not this early. And there, anytime it says that, I should just skip it. Okay, that was a bad example. Here's what I will say, though. I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna follow this. If I have 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Where is it increasing? Okay.
Negative infinity to,
You want to answer?
yeah, sure.
Negative infinity. Now he knows he's getting points. He's going to answer all the questions.
Negative infinity to, what is that about? Negative 1, 3?
Negative 1.
Negative 1, what?
So if we write this in interval notation,
Bracket.
bracket. Well, actually, it's probably neither. I'd probably leave that as a round. Okay.
That is decreasing from negative 1 to 0.
So union from here to here, right?
From negative, from where?
From here
Negative 2 to
infinity. Does that make sense? That's where it's increasing. So x is an element of this segment, it's increasing, and this segment, it's increasing, right?
Oh, you just wanted the increasing?
I just wanted
Oh,
to
that's
increase.
why I did decreasing.
Okay, where is it decreasing? Okay, let's pick on,
Get one for that?
let's pick on Dino. Are you Dino? You're Dino. I knew you were on this side of the room. Okay, where is it decreasing?
Negative 1.
It's decreasing from negative 1 to
Or 2, sorry.
the 2? Should I put round or square on those?
It'd be squared.
No, they would be round.
Why?
Okay, why? That's a good question. Why?
Because that's the point where it's changing direction.
It's changing direction at these points, right?
No slope.
It's neither increasing nor decreasing at those 2 points.
Are those round brackets for the increasing?
No, they're not, it's the same.
They do not include negative 1, because at this point, it's neither increasing nor decreasing, it's flat. And at this point, it's neither increasing or decreasing, it's flat.
So say on that thing.
That's why we don't include the endpoints.
So say on this graph, at a point at like negative 2, whatever, would that right there be, and it was open, or it's like closed, it would be a bracket, right? Because it's increasing from there? Because it's still on the increasing line. That makes sense?
No, say it again.
So say you have like a dot in between, so like go negative 2.
You're stopping the graph right here, is that what you're telling me?
No.
No?
I'm saying that like if you had a point on it where it was increasing and not neutral and it was closed, right there be a bracket. If that makes sense.
Okay, so let me do it this way. Okay, I'm going to change the graph slightly to this. Okay, now this is no longer an arrow, it's just a period here. There, dot. Okay, so now that I've changed the graph to this, on this segment, do I use square brackets?
Brackets.
And if so, where?
At the negative, at the.
So the way I've got it now, it's increasing from 2 to 4. Is this square or round?
Round.
Round, and this one is square. Okay?
one.
Does that make sense?
Square just means it includes.
Square means I'm gonna include 4 here,
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I was at the wrong side, at the left one.
okay?
My bad.
All right, there's way too many graphing calculator problems on here. I guess I gotta read these a little sooner. Okay. Okay, let's have a graph that looks like this. Where is it increasing and decreasing? Okay, so Angel, you're Angel, aren't you? Where is it increasing?
Would it be, so for sure it'd be 0 to whatever the top of that is, yeah. Let's say that's 6.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it's 4.
4.
Yeah, I was thinking Y values.
Okay, so it's increasing from 0 to 4. Square around.
Be round on both
Round
sides.
on both sides. Where else is it increasing? Is it?
Would it be,
Into a union or intersection here? Union.
yeah, I'm getting tripped up by like the arrows pointing down.
The arrow's pointing down. It's going up in this direction though, right? If you're going from left to right, it's increasing.
Okay.
Okay.
So, negative infinity
Negative infinity,
to negative 2.
negative 2.
So
Square
that would
round.
be round.
Round on both sides?
Right, and then square.
Okay.
Yeah, round both.
Perfect. How about, where's it decreasing? Preston?
Round bracket, -2 to 0, round bracket, union from 4 to, or round bracket 4 to infinity round bracket.
Okay,
Will it be negative infinity, is going down?
is that negative infinity? That's a good question.
No, because you're asking decreasing that
Because this is
increasing.
positives, we're talking in the x values
Oh,
here,
yeah.
and these are negatives in the x direction. Okay?
Wait, but technically it's going down to the x-axis, or never mind, just the y, but never mind.
So, yeah, when we're talking about this, and maybe that's a good point here, we're talking about the x values in which it's increasing, not the y values. So the x values are going to positive infinity this way. The y values are going to negative infinity, but I'm not talking about the y values, I'm talking about the x values. Okay?
So
Yes.
you always have to read it like left to right. You can't.
Yeah,
Okay.
typically we do. And in fact, these are backwards. I'd probably flip those. Put that first. Okay?
But,
Yes.
Would you ever find like the, I forgot what I was talking about, the Y values? Like the Y values? Like would you ever
Okay.
read the Y values?
So what's the easiest way to say is what's the range? Because that deals with Y, right? What's the range in this case?
Negative infinity to, I don't know that Y value.
Y is an element of negative infinity
To 2-ish?
to, oh yeah, I guess we have to figure out what that value is. 4. Did I do it right? No, I made a mistake. The mistake I just made.
Is it a rise, right?
Could be a square bracket in this case. Because it can equal 4, right? Okay?
Now how come on decreasing it's or on the increasing for X it's a round? Oh, because it's
You figured it out? Okay. All right, I think. What would this be called? Anybody know what this and these 2 points? Do you know what those would be called?
maximum.
So this would be a maximum. Okay, this one would be your absolute maximum. This would just be a plain old maximum. What's this?
Valley.
Minimum.
That's a minimum. A valley.
Utah.
Okay. What's the absolute minimum on this one? Absolute minimum is negative infinity. Okay? Because these both go to negative infinity, right?
And for the absolute maximum, would you do like a point, like an X and Y?
So this absolute maximum would be, yeah, what is the point?
4.
4, right? In order to pair form. Okay? Have I covered everything? I think I have. Okay, so here's the other thing that I just do want to mention to you really quickly. I know you guys, I know this is a fast semester, and I apologize for that. I can't turn that much more than that. So anyway, I know you can't really see it on there, but let me just, I'll talk to you. If you go to Canvas, the one thing that I'm really worried about, like I said, I borrowed this homework because I haven't used this edition of the book last time. But if you go to the syllabus, I've got the 7th edition homework, which I would say is the absolute bare minimum you should do. If you want to see what book homework that I assigned with the 6th edition, I'm pretty sure these sections are the same. Some of the problems are slightly different, but that gives you a much better idea. I give you way more problems, okay? I know it's summer semester, but I would recommend, and these problems are not the same, but they're very similar. I would recommend that's the kind of homework you do, especially this weekend when you got 3 days, so that you can really do well in this class, okay? So, yeah, this is the 6th edition homework, but I assign so many more problems because you guys really need practice, okay? But yeah, this here 7th edition, that's your bare minimum, and in my opinion, this person didn't assign near enough problems, okay?
So I didn't see that on that one, section 2.3, it skipped 2.5. Was this today 2.3 or was it 2.5?
So this is the actual book. This is 2.3.
Okay.
Yeah.
But on the other one.
The other one didn't have a 2.3, but it probably is 2.5. I haven't looked.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you too.
What's the name of the book again?
The name of the book is it's Stewart, Redlin, and Watson.
Is that the 6th edition?
That's the 7th edition. The 6th edition is different. Right? It's got,
You want us to get the 6 too, though? Or?
no.
Okay.
Usually students ask me, hey, the 6th edition's a lot cheaper.
Oh, okay.
Can I get away with it? Probably you can.
You can rent the 7th on Amazon for $20.
Okay.
Or you could
For
buy
20?
it for $40.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it'll get here in like a week and a half, but I got it for $40.
Oh, the other thing you can do, maybe I should turn off the camera. I don't want to tell you to do anything illegal on camera.
Did we just do, so the homework for this next time is sections 2.3 and 2.4?
It is